Everybody, it's Alexis. I know it may not seem like it to y'all, but I feel like it's been forever since I've just sat here and talked to y'all. So I don't even remember the last time I filmed anything, but I know I have a few videos to post. It was like a month ago and I was gonna post like a series of videos, but then I was gonna post this last like trio studio vlogs from like earlier this year, and then I had like a 6-year anniversary video. Mind you, the 6-year anniversary was on April 30th. The video was done editing. I was done editing the video on April 30th. Our like Wi-Fi went out, so I just said F it. Now mind you, it's June 1st. We still ain't uploaded the video. And it was a simple video. Like I wasn't gonna sit here and like pour my heart into the editing, but girl, I just been out of whack. But anyways, I do want to show you guys a product. These are new bracelets that I am launching. Love it. And I really don't have a name for them. I finished these like 2 weeks ago. They're supposed to launch 2 weeks, but I was like, no, I want to have like better advertisement for them. So I don't know what I'm going to call these. These are supposed to be like mystery bags, but I really ended up loving them. So I have like one that are like blue and white stars, and then one that's like pink and red hearts. They're both super cute. And a few weeks ago when I went to Walmart, I got all these awesome boxes right here. I got these because I was going to use them for like in-person events. These are like little shoe containers. You can see it like on this one. These are like little shoe containers, but I decided to use them for my products. I have my rack reorganized. This bottom one right here is for my art, and then this one is part of LJC. This is all of my like tools and stuff like this in this one, and then obviously like I have my like additional racks on my Gramercy cart, and then I have my loom bracelet stuff right here. Then I have, wait, I lied. These are my pony bead looms right here. These are my regular single knot looms right here. And then in this one is anything that needs to be tied. So elastic beaded bracelets, Haitian beaded bracelets, and all of that. I have a few products to finish. I want to get everything on the cart taken care of. And then I still have some stuff down here, which I know looks so crazy. A few weeks ago I went and I started doing more like market displays. I'll show you guys either later on the video or maybe like in a few videos from now, but you'll see. I still have a lot of just stuff I need to restock and all of that, but for right now I definitely just want to finish the pre-packaging. So I think I'm just gonna have like beaded bracelets and not make new individual packaging for it. That's just too much. And then I want to show you guys my other room. If you guys remember, this is my room. I've just been in the guest room for a while. I've kind of abandoned this room, and this room has kind of become like a storage unit, low-key. But all of this stuff is for LJC. I don't know if I ever showed you guys, but like last year I went to Walmart and I got these little crates. But all of this stuff you see right here used to be in the corner over here, like this corner. And so I just have a lot of stuff. Last year I got rid of my storage unit and I combined storage units with my mom. And although it did save money, it's very inconvenient because I don't have access to my stuff like that. So like a lot of stuff is in storage and then a lot of stuff is here, and it's just too much. But all of these things have been made up. They just need to be like put in a separate container. And again, that's what I got those shoe storage things for, but I don't know if I want to use those after all, or if I do, I might have to get some more. I do like working out of those though. And then I have all this stuff down here. So I got one of these like little flexi cutting mat things for my art business, but I guess I'll use it for both. Then I have all these pony bead looms, and I'm gonna use them to make mystery bag pony bead loom bracelets. But then I'm also like, I love the colors. Those could be standard products too, but I don't want to commit to something and then that's like an extra like 40 something more products to make sure I have all the time. And then I just have all these other things. It's stuff everywhere. I have stuff in the drawers. It's stuff everywhere. And then in these bags, I went through and I sorted my looms and all that, which you guys will see in that studio vlog. It'll definitely be posted before this. Oh my god. And then I have some products that need to be made up in here. These are standard product macrame bracelets, and I need to bring those back to the site and redo the pictures for them. I launched those years ago, but I didn't keep them up long because it was just a lot. I feel like I kind of rushed that launch and it just made me feel so overwhelmed at the time. But then I also have some more stuff right here to be restocked. That's a lot of my standard product macrame bracelets. And then in this bag right here, this is more stuff that I need to pre-package, but I sorted it out a while ago at the very beginning of the year, and I already have most of my cards and everything. But the issue is that I was running out of plastic seals. So even though I try to be as eco-friendly as I can be. Obviously I do use plastic, but I'm a very big advocate for reduce, reuse, recycle. I always advocate for definitely keep the same packaging, reuse them, don't just throw it away. Even with me, a lot of stuff that I get comes in plastic, so I always try to reuse it the best way I can, and I do. But anyways, I need more business cards and I need more plastic seals. If you guys didn't notice, this container right here is nothing but my product tags. A lot of them are already pre-cut, but I'm not gonna cut them anymore until I have my products ready. But I am overwhelmed, and once I'm done pre-packaging everything, it'll go in this pile. But like I said, I need like individual containers for everything. And I think some products that have like multiple variations, like my fishtail loom bracelets, I have like 40 something of those. I think I may just have like maybe 2 or 3 per container. But again, when you think about it, that's a lot. And I would say, as someone who's had a business for 6 years, I am at that point. I'll say I reached that point like a year or two ago, just being like, wow, I really did spend so much money on things I didn't need, or at least I didn't need at that time. And it's stuff like that where it's like, well, I could have used that couple $100 and I could have got me some more storage containers. But you live and you learn, and no matter what you feel like you could have, should have, would have, this is a new day and you just got to do the best of what you got today. I'm learning to just go with the flow. I'm learning to not be so hard on myself. As long as you're getting the work done, you're trying, and you're doing something new, that's all you can do. So again, this vlog, I just want to mainly pre-package my stuff and just show you guys behind the scenes of that. I'm back in the guest room, and I also want to say, if you guys hear the sound in the back, I am rewatching Kindergarten 1, Corey Kenshin's gameplay of it. But anyways, in this bag right here, in this side pocket, these are some of my bookmarks that I released with the 5-year anniversary. You guys don't know I love reading, and so I wanted to have something to kind of showcase that. But I don't really advertise my bookmarks as much. I think in my head I kind of doubted the success of these because these are hand cut just like everything else. But I'm like, oh, it's $3 too much for like a hand cut bookmark, especially when a lot of people give them away for free. But I'm like, no, these are like nice quality. I use elements from Canva to make this. I'm not like that deep into my Illustrator bag, but you know, I have one with like the logo, and all these look nice. Let me just show you guys. So this is my favorite one. This is the Book Addict one. That's literally my favorite. Then I have a lot of ones that are just simple. Like this one is just like rainbow. And then I have this one with a funny phrase on it. It says hopeless romantic, and I feel like that applies to a lot of people because a lot of folks I see in the bookish community are romance readers, and I'm not big on like romance at all. This one is our logo, and I love it because it's just very simple. It's cute. And I did remake the logo using Canva elements. This one is just another simple heart one. This is the same as the Hopeless Romantic one without the Hopeless Romantic part on it in case people just wanted something simple. And then this is another one where I just put some elements together, but it's still like a very cool design. And this is another one, I didn't love it at the time because I feel like the printing was kind of messed up, but I feel like, you know, someone will definitely love it. One thing about bookmarks is that they do get scruffy after a while anyway, so I don't think it's the biggest deal, but these are $3, and I think that once I start outsourcing, maybe I'll make it more. I don't know, but I like having handcrafted elements. But I think in the future, as I like start outsourcing for different products, new products, I do want to make sure that everything doesn't fall on me. But outside of that, in this container right here, I have a lot of fishtail loom bracelets. So as you guys probably saw in the last few studio vlogs, I literally made so many fishtail loom bracelets. And then I also had some that were older. Now, one thing I will say is that some of the dyes that they use for the loom bands, they do rub off. Like some of my bracelets got messed up with storage. To fix that, even the ones that aren't like messed up, if the dye is just like messed up, it's discolored, I'm gonna start selling bargain bags. So it's like the same product but it's marked down a little bit. So instead of having a bracelet that's like $15, I might just mark it down for $10, take the loss on it. But I think it's still a nice way to like sell it. And really it's like it's unique. It's like a limited edition type of thing. But yeah, I have all these. I have all these right here. And I already had my plastic seals and everything. I have my business cards ready. I just have to trim them down a little bit. Then I also have these coaster cards. I'm gonna bring back the coasters in terracotta pots because literally I had a few designs for both, but I feel like when I paint or whatever, I don't like to replicate the same design because it can get very boring to me, and I also feel like I'm not as confident in my painting skills right now. So I definitely want to make those like limited edition type of things. So instead of feeling like I have to make like the same product over and over and over again, literally just make another like mystery bag type of thing. But in this one right here, these are all of those single knot loom bracelets, and I still have the rest to do, but I believe this is 10 of each, and then I have 15 more per package that I have to finish. So I have all these stuff, and then also in here I have some Haitian beaded bracelets and then some of the initial charm keychains. So girl, this one is stuffed to the brim, but I can kind of see why I procrastinated out low-key. And then if you guys don't know, these are like my mystery bag packages. All mystery bags go in like these holographic bags, and they have my like logo with design over it so it can kind of cover it. Oh, I have something at the bottom. What's this? Oh, these are some more bookmarks that I need to cut, put in some seals. It's a lot going on. And I don't remember what I had in here. This literally just looks like some fluff. But these two sets need to be packaged up, and honestly, looking at what I have to do over there, it might be better for me to just go ahead and finish the rest of those. But one thing I noticed when I was doing my new beaded bracelets is that I am running out of string. Now I have 3 sets of string. I've gone through a lot of different elastic strings over the years, but I would say that one is the best because it's thin but not too thin to the point where it'll pop. But those other ones, if you were to start with those, you would think maybe I'm just not good at making beaded bracelets. They are so thick and they have such a slip to them. It's like when you tie them, you have to have like a very good adhesive, because even if you double knot, it's literally so slippery. But that one is like, it has the right amount of like, you know, scrub to it, to the point where it's not like gonna break out of its hole, if that makes sense. It's kind of crazy, but if you make jewelry, you know. Outside of that, I think that's everything in my bag. If you're wondering where my bag comes from, this is from Michael's. It's one of those cheap $5 bags. It has 3 pockets on this side, 3 pockets on this side, pocket on the side, pocket on the side, and then it has 1 big pocket inside. And I feel like I bought this for art, but I feel like this is a great bag for any of your hobbies, especially if you want to go on the go. There's nothing better than having a cheap bag that you don't have to worry about getting messed up, because it's literally so cheap. You can just buy another one, you don't have to worry about it. But I think that this has really helped me with my first small business, this one, because again, I can hold all this stuff and I don't have to worry about it taking up so much space. Let me show you guys some of the stuff I have to do over there. So I showed you guys this, which also needs to be packaged, so I'm going to add that to my little stack over here. I think I'm going to start with this top rack, which has all the beaded stuff. So I want to see how much string I have left. I do think I have another one of those types of elastic string, but if not, we'll just have to see. But I'm gonna get these. In fact, BRB. This is the stuff I had next to my bedside. These are all the other single knot loom bracelets I had to make. So I had already started the purples. I took them out the case, but girl, what is all this? But for this kit, I also have the blue, green, the yellow, the orange, and the pink. And like I said, I just have to finish doing these purple ones. These are such pretty colors. This kit is the glow in the dark kit from Rainbow Loom. As you can see, I already did the white one. And then after I'm done with this one, I have the pastel treasure box ones to do, which those colors are so pretty too. One thing I did change with my first set is that I use like clear C clips and S clips for the first few, but I changed it like halfway through as I ran out and I started using the white C clips. I'm gonna change those first few and make them all white C clips. I think it sticks out, not like in a corny way. I also have this, which is like a set of fishtail loom bracelets. I'm actually gonna put this one to the side because I really don't feel like doing it. So this bucket is just gonna be for those bracelets right there. And I am just gonna go ahead and finish them today because why not? I'm gonna go ahead and leave this in here for just a minute. And the thing I love about these little shoe rack containers is that they have a lid. And they have like little holes in the side so that, you know, your shoes can breathe, but I think it works very good for jewelry too. If you guys are interested in this, this is from Walmart and it is the Mainstays extra wide clear shoe box with a lid. So literally, it's like it's not too big, but it's not too small either. And then in this other box right here, I have the rest of the beads. Some beads, it was like a lot in the bag. Some of them didn't have too many. And then for my string, this is what I'm talking about. Like I barely have any on here. I think the rest of this kind of string is in storage. So again, y'all see the dilemma. And this is the last thing I was working on. So I had like my ruler in here, scissors, nipper tool. And then I have these cool paper clips. I got these from Dollar Tree. It's a 6-pack, and honestly these are very like cool, funky, cute. And then this is a cup I use to have all of my like excess string. And in this bag I have these to make the pearl phone straps. Super cute. I want to learn how to do wire jewelry, and when I learn to do that, I'll definitely put those pearls on there because I think it would be so cute. But I don't really want to put like those small pearls on like a beaded bracelet because if that elastic pops, girl. But in this container I also have my Haitian beaded bracelets. So now I have my standard products and then I have my mystery bag ones. And I'll be honest, it's a decent amount in this little kit. I think each color contains enough for about like 20 bracelets. And then this kit also came with other stuff in here too, like these gold spacer beads. I think it's a lot. Gold spacer beads, little shell spacer beads, letters, and then it also came with some string, but I won't use that for like my regular products. I may use this string though for mystery bags. I think I'm just gonna start collecting stuff for mystery bags, and maybe I'll put it in here. That's kind of smart. And again, as you guys can see, I reuse my plastic. I'm kind of tired of always having to pull my Haitian beaded bracelets out of here, so I'm just gonna leave them in these little containers now. And they literally fit perfectly. And this right here, I had started some mystery bag beaded bracelets a long time ago and I never finished them. I have a lot of just beads from over the years, and I feel like my favorite beads to work with are the pony beads, especially the matte ones. I feel like they look so pretty. I think it works especially good for elastic beaded bracelets and then the pony bead loom bracelets. But I started these when I was doing the 5-year anniversary launch, and literally I think I needed some more for like my mystery bags or whatever, but I think even if you have like a limited color palette, you can definitely just arrange your pattern so that I hate this autofocus on the face. Like sometimes it eats, sometimes it's inconvenient, but oh my god, y'all can see though. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta like make a cool little pattern, and sometimes it works. You have to really look at the bead size, and I think once you establish that, like, you're good. And these need to be finished too. I still have the wire on the end of these, so. But you know what, we got a lot of work to do, and yeah. And if you guys remember that other kit I showed you guys at the very bottom, I looked again and it has my pony bead loom bracelets, the standard product ones from like 3 years ago, and then it has my chain link products in there. So I have one chain link product that's active right now, and that's the Lovely Hearts bracelet. I just need to finish making some of those, and then not me being nosy, and then I need to bring back those old necklaces, which before I used to have multiple sizes and that like stressed me out, but I think I'm just gonna have choker sizes, then a princess size, and leave it at that. Or maybe I'll just have one size. I think a long choker style is probably the best thing because it's not too long, but it's also not too short. And I think instead of having like 6 different sizes for each, like it's just overwhelming, it's too much. The only thing size-wise I want to worry about is when I have shirts in the future and when I have tote bags in the future. But for right now, with my jewelry, I'm not trying to make it more complicated than it needs to be. So, anyways, as you guys can see, I have a lot of stuff to do. And I don't know if I want to film everything on camera, but if not, I'll definitely check in with you guys later on when it is time to pre-package. Oh, it's been like a week. So I end up finishing like 1 or 2 of those colors, whichever ones I showed you guys, but that's besides the point. I realized that I'd rather shift my focus to just like packaging. So I did take a few days off from that, but I think that now I'm gonna go ahead and get out the way because I intend on launching that next Friday. So I have hold on, let me get my computer. Hey! I have those blue star beaded bracelets. I have 31 of those. I have 34 of the red heart ones. And then for my bargain bags, I believe I had 10 bracelets that had like a little area in them. And then that's gonna launch on the 20th of June. And then I push back the other stuff. So I have like mini mystery bags, mystery bag keychains, mystery jars. Ideally, I want to launch that on Friday, July 18th. So I'm trying to like just make things easier for myself, because I feel like a lot of times I put too much work on myself. I've also been posting on YouTube. I posted yesterday, the day before then, and today I'm gonna miss a video because I'd rather have like a good video and just push it back a day than to sit here and rush something out. But anyways, the last thing I'm gonna do for this is package those bracelets up and then show you guys. So that should be fun. If the AC is a little too loud, ignore that. But I have all of my bracelets in here in this box. Whee! And I have them all neatly sorted. And then I have my bookmarks in there too. I don't know if I'm going to package those today. But nothing I forgot about. I have my mystery beaded bracelets. The ones that are like this. Yeah. So we're going to package those too. And then I don't know if I'm going to include that in this footage, but I forgot I have this to work on. This is like a set of fishtail loom bracelets that I started a long time ago and I just quite literally never got to it. And then at some point I have to do these single knot loom bracelets, but I have to make like packaging for that, so I'll probably print those later on and include it in this footage, but you guys will see that when time comes. But for right now, I'm going to finish cutting like the little ends off of the beaded bracelets. Let me show you guys. Like these little, oh my god, can you see it? These little flyaways right here. Cut those off and get those packaged. We have a dilemma. So when I was printing off like my little tickets for in-person events, I noticed that it was printing in like red, pink, whatever. But I didn't mind because I mean, those are just, you know. But now that I'm printing my cards, mind you, my cards are all black. It's still printing with like this pinkish, reddish font. You can't really see it good on camera, but like literally, it's pink. And I don't mind for these, so if you guys get one of these cool ones, hey, you have a limited edition mess up. I'm going to keep them, but what's odd to me is that the borders that are black too are completely black. But the words, the important part that people will see, that's the part that's pink, which doesn't make sense. And then I also realized I need limited edition cards for my mystery bags and not my regular beaded bracelets. But anyways, I'll get back to you guys later. I am back from my break that I didn't even tell you guys I was gonna take. But remember earlier I was printing and like the first set of cards, it came out like pink. If I can get a better picture, I'll like pop it in here. But if not, so in my head I'm like, okay, it's time for me to go ahead and get rid of this printer, find another one. Girl, as soon as I said that, like halfway in between this print, mind you, I printed like 40 sheets of the loom bracelets for the single knot looms, and it just automatically just start. It went from literally like pink to now it's like fully black. Now all the ink is good. I changed my ink the last time around, so I thought, okay, maybe that's why. So I don't know if one of my inks just was dried up, honey. Maybe the black was on vacation, heard I was back in town, said woo woo woo, let's get it going. I don't know. But anyways, it's fixed. My printer said you are not going to throw me on the street. I'm still going to use those old cards. And right now I'm going to cut. And I will be back with the finished results. See you guys later. I am currently dealing with a little dilemma. All of these cannot fit in this container, but I'm too lazy to put these back in there. But these are just going to be on the side for a second. These are all done, besides the fact I need a business card and a discount code card in them. And then for these, and then all the ones in that bag up there, I'm going to try to just go ahead and pre-package those as well. So I will come back when I'm done with all that. Okay, I ended up moving all the ones out of here, and I moved them to that bag up there. So I have a few modifications I need to do. So for these mystery bag macrame bracelets, I am going to go from a big packaging to the small limited edition cards like that. Because I feel like that's just better, because they don't need this big old package. And then for these, I believe I told y'all the other day, but I want all of them to have like these white C-clips instead of the clear ones that some of them have. So I'm going to replace those, fix those up. And then for these, I need to make a thing for the Heishi beaded bracelets. So tomorrow I'll make packaging for these and then the bargain bags. And I think I should be good on at least most of the products. And of course adding the business cards and discount code cards. And then on another day, way in the future, I'll be packaging up these initial charm keychains, because girl, that's a lot. Okay, so I know they always say vloggers don't need to just talk about it, just show it, but like I need one more little verbal update. So since I'm organizing the single knot loom bracelets, I realized that out of the, I'm just round it and say 100, it's 152. Boom, I got the math. 55 of them need to be revised, meaning I need to go from the clear clips to the white clips. and then 97 of them are ready, meaning I just need to cut the cards, package them up. But I just thought about it, and before I even do any of this, I would rather go ahead and finish all of them. So when I did it the first time, I did about 10 for each color. There are 15 colors, so that's 150 done, right? But then going back around, I realized it was 20 more per color, meaning that I need to I need to do like 300 more. So I went through one day and I already got 3 out of the remaining 15 sets. So I need to do 12 more colors times 20. So that is, hold on, let me get my handy dandy calculator out there. 20 times 12. That's 240 more bracelets I need to make. So I have 3 of these colors right here. So technically I have 60 more that are ready. So I'm gonna mark that and say 157 are ready, and then I need to make 240 more. So I'm gonna go ahead and do those, which I have in this clear case. Right now it is 12:50 in the morning, and I have these 4 colors left. The pink, oh my god, I hate the autofocus on the face. Me and this autofocus are fighting all the time. So I have these colors left. This is how you get to do it. I'm cheating the system. I have these 4 colors left for the glow in the dark looms, rainbow looms. And then I have all 2, 4, 6, I have all 7 for the pastel one. So pray for me, guys. I have a long night ahead of me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these done, and I probably will give you guys an update in the morning. I may do a little bit more work off camera if I gotta cut the cards and all that. Probably not gonna bore you guys with that segment, but I'll give you guys kind of like a final reveal. So again, it's like my last little verbal update. I know I've been saying it for like the whole day. I'll be back later, but I'll be back later, like when I'm done. So it might be tomorrow, might be the day after. I figured that I'm also not gonna upload today either, but like honestly, that's okay. I feel like as long as I'm working, that's all that matters. And I think that I've been a little bit more gentle with myself the last few months about my workflow. I don't have to do everything in one day, but you know, I'm gonna try to make the most of my time. So yesterday I did really good. Usually Thursday's very hard for me because that's like my first off day, and like I never get anything done, especially the last few weeks. But like I'm scrambling like Friday through Sunday, so the fact that I got so much done yesterday. I had another project that I was working on for both this business and my other business, but that'll be a separate video. I'm like doing this whole decor of like, you'll see. It's like market displays, but you'll see. It's a new series on this channel. I guess I'll spoil it. It's like a DIY, so it'll be like me making like a sign for my small business, but also decorating little pots. And that'll be what I display my like miscellaneous stuff in, which thinking about it, I'm pre-packaging everything, so it really won't be that much to display in the pots. You know what? But it's okay. Anyways, I will see you guys later. So y'all, I know I clearly said no more verbal updates, but guess who fell asleep? And didn't wake back up until 12 p.m. And so right now, I think it's like 6 p.m. We're getting a late start, but guess what? Better late than never. All of these, let me not promise that. All of these will be done the next 2 days. So I will see you guys, and guess when? 2 days. I have a lot of energy right now. But anyways, y'all, I girl boss hard. Like, I was knocked out. I was sleepy. I was tired. Like, we're getting back to work. But for real, see you guys in like 2 days. And if it's not done in 2 days, you guys can all call me a big head. I don't know.